Tarek's going to start things off toward the checker room, and he's going to have pressure almost immediately. Cold Zero still on top of the platform in the site, will also have to respond. He'll swing out. Tarek manages to hold off the checker, the vent, but then gets wrapped inside of checker. They can go directly toward him, so it still sits to a 3-on-3 as Fallen attempts the retake.
Problematic 3-on-3, I have to say, for MiBR. They do have the kit and the smoke, but the bomb down, and you can see NiP setting up the turrets here on each of the key points of the bomb site. Forest will be patrolling towards the vent and checkers. There is a CT player in the form of Fallen waiting on the other side. That's the smoke deployed. It's actually quite a powerful one if you think about it. What can Forest really do now? Up to get right to fight up close with the Glock here, and he knows that the burst fire is pretty decent for him sometimes, and there you go. It is going to connect. Dennis will as well, and now it's Fur who's left in a pretty impossible situation. Forrest still in that smoke. That's so fun that he can just sit there the entire time. It actually worked out for him in the spawn. There's a smoke though, through the window, and Tarek will have to reposition.
Good shot from the scout to get the first tag. Tarek does reposition. He also takes down Dennis. Cold getting the first kill and then the second assist. So Deagle, Scout combo. As Tarek's on 3, he still plays headshot position, tries to get another shot, and it's going very well for MiBR. It's suddenly down to just Lycro. Headshot still for Tarek. The 3 HP. He goes up. Fur comes back around from the vents. They're actually behind box with no one toward generator, which exactly that. Get right catches Tarek before he gets to headshot. Doesn't have the coverage, and that is your bait. That is your rotation, because a single kill, they have to get support toward the AWP, which now is fighting a much closer battle than originally as the boost, originally as the entry. Stewie, good anticipation on the door, heard it open, goes out, finds one player still lurking inside of it, and they haven't planted the bomb. Molotov thrown. This is a bit of a sticky situation. They should have potentially already been on that plant, nearly get pushed off the bomb altogether. Dennis now gets the kill and return on the site, but hasn't got time to put it down. He's now in a 1 versus 3, and very tedious and timid because he has no idea as to how close and how much threat he's under. So he'll take the 29 seconds that he has rather than try and plant the bomb, and spots one towards Z-Connector. Can't get the kill. Good damage. It's a second information as to that the fact they're at truck. He knows now he does have the time, but baits instead wants to try and get kills.
Could have got that plan down and got a bit of extra this AWP towards middle. About to get some action, it seems. Not if Tarek can beat him to it. Lovely wombo combo here from the CTs. NiP just get completely dismembered as they make their way towards the mid area.
Super flat, not able to establish any early round control, map, or manpower.
Forest is done for.
Beat shell. Stewie tries to fire into it, falls off, shuts the door, so he's not quite dead, but certainly found out. Keep in mind the flank as well. Not pushing because they don't need to. Tarek doesn't need to overextend, but all he's doing is sitting back to make sure that they cannot rotate back to B, which allows his teammates to get aggressive directly in front of Forest, and they certainly do.
See Fur and Stewie on this side of the map, but maybe a bit of mistiming here. Forest will strike first, but Fallen protects Stewie there. Great teamwork coming in, and that should be the round secure. We'll see if there's any more kills available. Reserve, a nice spot here. He could be the savior. Can't get to, runs out of ammo, but still a winnable situation now for NiP.
It certainly is, and finally is, we should say. Dennis still with the pistol. He'll sit on top of the bomb directly, but more importantly, Lekro has armor to go along with his AK. Cold and Tarek, they'll work together. They're both coming in from truck. They're taking their time for now. They want to use utility to try and push anyone out of position. In fact, they'll clear off both a main by way of a smoke and the forklift by a Molotov, which means they can immediately look left when they get in the site. They've already cleared 2 of the points that can easily catch them off. In a crossfire, Lekro gets 1, only 1. Dennis now with a pistol and manages to make it work. I wasn't sure he had an idea of where Cold went. Is huge too, because if they bounce toward A, Cold's going to be all over them on the flank immediately. Get right, he's just barely going to tuck to the wall and be out of the line of sight from Cold, but he's still going to be hunting them down. Gets in behind, Get right never had a chance. And on top of the site, Lekro does at least get Fallen, which will allow the bomb plan, but a 2-on-2, great hold from Forest, because during that plant, they easily could have gotten closer. Cold's on 9 HP, Forest on the AWP is not much better off on 13. He's in the smoke. Who's going to spot the other first? Great read from Forest, and opt to win it out, but he just gave them that map control. Fallen back out, close range, good from Get Right. Crosshair placement on, just had to click mouse 1. He's done that twice to Cold Zero the second, but he gets taken down on return. It's Tarek with 2 kills before Forest finds him. It does lead to a 1-man advantage. NiP entering the site. Fur gap in the smoke as it dissolves. Can't spot anyone. All 3 are on the platform, so this is a buddy system if ever.
Stewie's got flashes. He could flash through the skylight potentially and get maybe Fur in a position. Doesn't look like he wants to opt for that. So what's the play here? How do they pincer this efficiently?
Exit kills. If they're all on top of the site, I mean, both teams are about to lose money. Give it a go if you can get the opening kill, but if you take everyone down from NiP, it's still going to keep them super honest in the long term. They're going to go. The longer this ticks on for, the more likeliness that bomb does blow up. It is on to Fur. Last alive, 1 versus 2. Tries to find both, can't. Forrest gets the kill in time, then I think everyone will survive, or the other two, I should say. Blackrow. B-side bias. Get right. Great play. Tarek pushed up middle to get an event, so it wasn't even blown out, and still he had the presence of mind to check it because they had no other presence inside of middle from the NiP side. Get right continues with good form to find coldzera as well. Chris certainly wanting to get back into that top 8 position. Gets away as well. I say that we snapped away from it. Fur actually got back up inside. We saw the boost coming back in, so the secondary boost pays off and catches out Forrest, who thought that was clear. Rez, great shot on return, but Sui had already found Dennis as well. Great shot on Fallen. Similar angle behind that forklift, which can be an awkward thing to fire at from time to time. Watch for Rez. This is incredible. 3rd headshot. Unfortunately, the ace was not quite there, but that was some damn good accuracy.
Yeah, well, that was spotted by the AWP of Forrest there, but will fall back. Necro uses that Q to actually make his way towards short, finds an unsuspecting Fur, flashbang through. I think that'll be the Q to push the smoke and see what they can do towards CT spawn here. It's looking wonderful from NiP as they trade out kills and make their way towards the bomb site. Such good teamwork being deployed right now, and it's coldzera left in a 3 versus 1. AWP in hand, no kit, and a smoke to back him up. He has to go for a map, but it's very unlikely he wins it.
Very unlikely. He would benefit greatly from finding that early pick. The jumping. Rez behind the... Excuse me, Dennis behind the quad position. Cold, trying to bait out that he's gone up the ladder. There's an AK beside him, but he likes to stay with the AWP, perhaps because he knew he needed the precision to hit every shot, and the time was not in his favor as well. He has a smoke, too. Keep that in mind. So if this gets chaotic, and that smoke gets on the bomb, and he, or someone with that kit, is still alive, we could have a pretty interesting situation for NiP. Here we go. Fur's gotten the kill. Now, the benefit to this is Tarek has stayed on top of the bomb. Dennis is gone. Tarek takes down both Lecro and Get Right, swings out. Looks like might get Forrest, but he manages to survive long enough to get the shot of return. However, he's got 2 more to find as he finds at least coldzera.
But looks good for an MiBR. Can they find the first kill?
Oh, that was a beautiful flash. I'll come back to that because that was a huge detail in the take of the site. Great play from Forrest. Looks above on the forklift, but they've already lost the bomb plant. That's happened already, and there's 2 players left against 4 of MiBR. We just talked about this. This would whittle the CTs down once again, and there's no kits. They've got to save. That flash was amazing. You said it on this coldzera. He was waiting the whole time toward Useless to wait and see if he could lurk. They may not even get away with a gun here. But you said it. Stewie thrives on chaos. He opened the door. He baited out a bit of utility. Waited for all of the smokes to deploy before entering the site.
As they'll actually have an open sight, but Forrest waiting up towards Heaven. Can't connect the shots though. Get Right's doing a great job through the smoke. A ton of damage inflicted, and he's maintained the man advantage. Coming up to the 15-second mark. Not close to the bomb site with the plant just yet. coldzera makes the leap of faith, and will be able to do just that right now. There it is. Not the best of plants, but he wants to guarantee it.
Get Right couldn't afford to respray on that either. 16 HP. Tracers on the M4A4. So the second smoke rules and renders him useless as the bomb does cross over. You're right, it was a leap of faith. Fur, good lurk in mid. Getting toward the vents would have been massive because the 2 players on top of the site wouldn't have had anywhere to go. Fur's enabled Cold to hold position. Good play from Lecro, but can't rebolt the op in time. And Cold manages the round for MiBR. Yet Right waiting to see how much pressure will be applied toward middle. He's certainly aware that they're on top of the boost based on the trajectory of the nade that landed behind him, and that still isn't enough to take down Fur.
The timing was so brutal then. Get Right had his crosshair completely zoned in on the boost area. He drops it down for a second. They check another angle. That's when Fur comes around the corner, of course, and it will be a 5 versus 3 looking for map point here. Remember, best of 3 for the first time today. Dennis is done for. He really has not looked his best. He's still on 6 and 20. I don't think he's got to kill this half map.
I check that within the UI, but Lecro quick enough to take down Tarek, but good luck surviving. He actually did get Stewie. Could have jumped away as well. It's basically a 4-on-2 to take the site and get the plant, which then relies on rotations. It would be Forrest going down, meaning you're relying on just Rez to rotate, and that is exactly what has happened. They now control highway. Fortunately, in all of that, Dennis did get a defensive kill directly on the A site, so it slows the takedown and allows Rez to adjust accordingly. Tarek now holding for a bit. Wait again for Looks like Stewie to get back to the door. Look how weak they are as well, though. Stewie on 24, Fur on 2. So now that NiP's rotated with 24 seconds, this is their best chance to win a round. Out wide. Forklift is awkward, but Dennis makes good on it, takes down Tarek. The last two players combined for a total of 18 HP, make that just 2 and just Fur. As he tries to do what he can, he'll get taken out by Get Right. 2 kills for him to close the round, and there we go. NiP finally gets on. With Dennis waiting this time closer to the door, knows exactly what will transpire. Wait for the flash as well. Get Right already with 1. Stewie still manages to get Dennis. Fantastic shot of response from Lekro. Stewie still in this though, and he's stupendous as he finds a third. It's Lekro down. He nearly gets him taken out. They'll Molotov off as well. He goes back for the bomb. He's looking for an ace against Rez and Forrest, who are much healthier in this situation. 24 seconds. As soon as he commits to the plant, I imagine Forrest will take an approach to walk to the site. He wants the op, gets it, throws that gun a little far. Was that spotted from truck or not? He's going to get the bomb plant down. And backs off. Molotov won't quite catch him, but he's got to be very careful about his positioning because Rez is getting closer toward the wall. He's got the corner covered off. The second Rez goes out. Does he fire? Good. Well, bait from the spotted, though. Dennis does see first. Stewie's going to do exactly that. Try and get in between the CTs. Position from Fur. Gets in behind the ticket. Desperate is Forrest to try and, or excuse me, Dennis to try and get him down. Fur gets away with it, but look at the kills in response because they are in the back line. Somehow, no spray from Stewie. Get Right gets the kill, and that might be enough to keep NiP alive. 5 seconds, no plant, can't get to it. Round is over.
No money for Fur, as he'll hide in the corner now. Oh my goodness, Stewie,
because he heard Tarek go that direction, and Rez forced out, gets obliterated by him, but Get Right does go after Fur in the end. So still the advantage to NiP. Forrest left alone on B. Dennis has the bomb. Forrest doesn't have to do much. Just stay alive, stay efficient. They're going to boost back up because they need to get the bomb back from middle, and this is the quickest means of doing so, but 2 players left alive. That's it. Cold Zero somehow get. Dennis should have had that. He even panicked.
Yeah, it's for sure. Oh my god. Stop challenging him. 20 seconds. Cold Zera, give him an inch, he's going to take a mile, but luckily Lekro's there to give them a huge advantage at this point. Bomb down, 10 seconds, we're going to overtime. Who would have thought it took 7 rounds in a row after being 8-0 down.
He's actually going to smoke himself off, keep himself alive. Molotov Stewie out, and Forrest is able to capitalize on that as a result. So very well designed play, or counterplay, I suppose you could say. Direct response to what was thrown his way. Now they know he doesn't have a smoke this time. Second one surely has to move him out of that position, and it will, and Cold does get him. So 3 on 3. Fallen says otherwise and makes it 3 on 2. Dennis down in mid. Fallen's up finally started to contribute yet again. 20 kills now in total for him.
Towards B they go. Forrest, though, can shut this all down. Timing, perfect. The spray, not quite. Definitely was on for 2 there. But now leaving Lekro in the very difficult situation. He'll have to throw away that orb for sure. Finds the M404 on the ground. Has got time to try and win this one. It's overtime. Finds a kill on the floor and incendiary. If he goes for the wall bang attempt, there's a chance. But no, repositioning for... puts himself into a safer position here. Incendiary on the side. Could actually flush Fallen out, but all in the wrong ways possible.
Yeah, timing not... Dennis waiting to work that fence to his advantage, but couldn't do so because there was 2 players facing him when he went out. 2 better than 1, as Stewie also gets Get Right, but 2 from Lekro and Forrest. Cold Zero does get 1 back bomb, gets planted. It could be back-to-back rounds, and that money gets brought into question. It's Lekro that wants to start moving closer with the AWP, but look at this positioning. Cold, no chance for Rez. Knew the whole time that Rez was still alive, and he is the B player. Stewie finds Lekro. It's 17-15. Clean sweep could be on the cards the first time.
Of the tendencies of the other team. Take that player down, you can get a lot of intel, not just from the kill, but yes, indeed, from the setup. And it's going to be more of the same from Fur. Great timing. Could have got away, but he wants the 3-man spray down. He wants to guarantee this round, but still, the job is not done just yet. 3 versus 1. Well, it is now. Stewie will close things out there.